Good morning, everyone. Panchil Academy present online course for class 12th accountancy. We are on the way of chapter accounting ratio. This is part 13 presented by Lokesh Mana. Okay, so before we have already studied about ratio analyze. In this, we have studied about the ratio analyze. It is the study of relationship among various factors. In this, we studied liquidity ratio. Then we are on solvency ratio. Solvency ratio, we already covered debt equity ratio that we are covering also today. Debt equity ratio. What do you mean by debt equity ratio? You all know debt equity ratio is equal to debt divided by equity. Debt, that means long term borrowing, which the borrowing for the more than 5 or 6 years. And equity is what? The amount invested by the investor in the form of the share. So they are those investors in companies who invest in the amount of share, they are known as shareholders. So this is equity is what? Shareholder funds. What will be included in the equity? Let's see. Okay, so I have already shown you the balance sheet. What you have to do for finding this equity? See the pointer. This is the equity, है ना? This is the equity and liability. For finding this, it includes share capital and reserve surplus. Okay. So for finding this, what you have to do? You have to add all the non-current assets, non-current investments, and current asset minus current liabilities. So then what will come? Equity and liabilities. Clear to everyone? Again I am telling you, remember these. Adding non-current investments, non-current assets, non-current investment and current assets, and minus current liability. Minus current liabilities comes equity. Clear? So now, illustration number 43. This time we are doing through it presentation because a lot of question we have did before it. So now, question in front of us. The what question is giving? Question is totally from your T.S. Grewal, page number 4.27, illustration number 14.3, based on debt equity ratio. So, long term, here the question saying, from the following information, compute debt to equity ratio. So, here long term borrowing is given 2 lakh rupees, long term provision is given. Achha, what are they? I am pointing it out. Long term borrowing, it is debt, long term borrowing, it is also a debt. Now, for finding equity, what we have to find? Debt equity ratio. So that we had pointed in rate, that's our debt. Okay. So while adding 2 plus 3, debt will come. But now how to find the equity? First of all, you have to add non-current assets. You have to find non-current assets. Then non-current investment is not given. Okay. Adding current asset and minus, what will be minus? Current liability. Then what will come? Equity will come. So for getting it, what we have to do? 3,60,000 plus 90,000 minus 50,000. So how much equity comes? 4 lakh. So our debt equity ratio will be 3 lakh divided by 4 lakh. You can do it in this way. Simple. Now, moving to our next question. illustration number 45, page number. So the illustration number 45, page number 4.28. Here also the question is given to us. Question given to us, fixed asset. Fixed asset is given 6 lakh. Accumulated depreciation 1 lakh. We have already discussed in class 11 that from fixed asset, if we deduct the depreciation, the net fixed asset amount will come. So in this also we will do the same thing, because in balance sheet also what we do, we write fixed asset and then after we deduct the depreciation. Here the accumulated means overall depreciation. So we will deduct it from fixed asset. है ना? Now, what the question asked us? Question asked us to find out the debt equity ratio. How to find the debt equity ratio? Let's see. From the following we have to find first of all dates. So here the dates are given. Which are the dates? Let's see. Here, this long-term borrowing is our date. Long-term provision is our date. Okay, so this is our date. Now, what we have to do is, we have to find equity. And for finding equity, what we have to do? For equity, what we have to do? Fixed asset minus fixed asset is what? Non-current assets. So we have to add fixed asset minus accumulated depreciation. I am just pointing out with red. We have to add fixed asset. This is non-current asset, non-current investment, long-term borrowing and advances. Okay, what are there? They are non-current assets. And accumulated depreciation will be deducted from fixed asset. So it will be deducted from the fixed asset. That's why we are taking it, right? Now we are adding current asset minus current liabilities. So what will come? Your equity will come. The same form. See, I am again showing you the balance sheet. See the platform of the balance sheet. Yes, here it is. Here the non-current assets. Here non-current assets, non-current investments, and third is current asset, and fourth is minus current liability. After adding all these assets minus only current liability, we get equity. So that we are doing in the same. Okay, so that's all about our debt equity. Now extra question will be solved by you. Moving to our next topic, that is total asset to debt ratio. That is also solvency ratio, comes under solvency ratio. So it also shows the relationship between total asset and long-term debt of the enterprise. What this ratio shows? Total asset to debt ratio. It shows relationship between total asset and long-term debt of the enterprise. Let's see the formula of this. So total asset to debt ratio is equal to total asset divided by debt. Achha, what is debt here? Debt, again the same thing. Long-term debts. The debts which are for more than, the loans which are for more than 5 or 6 years. They are long-term debts. So the debts will be same. Achha, total asset will be all the fixed assets, all the current assets, all that we have seen before, all the non-current assets, all the non-current investment and current assets. If we total the asset sides of the balance sheet, it will come total assets. Okay. So here only one thing which you have to focus is here. If we talk about total asset in detail, it comes fixed assets, non-current assets, fixed asset, tangible, intangible, non-current investment, current asset, current investment, inventories. Achha, inventory something is new here. What is new? Yes, spare parts and loose tools are included. Before in finding the current ratio, we are excluding it. We are not including it, but now it will be included. Spare parts and loose tool will be included in the inventories. So that is the new thing here in finding the total, in finding this ratio, total asset to debt ratio. So how this ratio made? Total asset divided by debt. Total asset divided by debt. Okay. So now the practical questions we will do in our next part. Okay, this is very simple ratio. Its ratio became with this name, total asset to debt ratio. That means total asset divided by debt. It is for finding the long term position of the financial business. Okay, so read it from your book also. The same thing is given in your book. So today is only the theory lecture. Do the practice question of debt equity ratio. Now we will go through total asset to debt ratio from our next part. Thank you.